everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, today is the April challenge for Pinkfresh Studio, and this month's challenge is all about circles and rings. So we're going to make a project featuring those items. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Pinkfresh Studio challenge, you can win a $50 gift card to the Pinkfresh Studio shop, and all you do is create a project with coordinating colors for the challenge, and also with a theme. And this month again it's rings and circles, and I hope you can enter in your projects and get a chance to win some crafty cash. Pinkfresh Studio will pick one winner between the card category and then also the memory category, so you could create a card or a memory page using the same concept, you know, the rings and the circles and along with the colors. So I'll leave details for that over on my blog if you want to check it out, and I'll also leave links directing you to Pinkfresh Studio where you can sign up for that. Okay, so today's card, we're using basic supplies, and I think I'm using the Essentials Folk Edge circles. I like the decorative edge on these circles, but you could really use any kind of nesting circle dies for the project. And if you have a butterfly stamp set, break it out. Today I'm using the Fluttering Butterflies washi, just making this quick and easy. And we're going to jump in and get started. I'm going to go ahead and take my Fluttering Butterflies, and I have some sheets of cardstock. These are basically, I just trimmed one sheet of cardstock in half, and I'm going to go ahead and add my washi. This washi is so pretty. I don't know if you guys have tried it before. Let me know in the comments, but I just think it's super duper gorgeous. I'm going to create two because I'm going to layer my butterflies, and I also want an extra leaf. I'm going to show you the colors that are really close to the challenge colors in just a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and trim this. And there's a few of you who have asked if the washi, even though it's removable, I would say, from cardstock, if you slowly pick it up, you can reposition it. Okay, but it is tacked down to the paper pretty good. I don't know how they do it. In fact, if you have a low tack tape, when you die cut this out, I have the coordinating dies that will die cut this out. But if you have a low tack tape, sometimes the tape won't stick to the washi tape. So I suggest maybe a heavier, I'm using Spellbinder's Best Ever craft tape to secure my die down to the butterflies here. Only because it's really smooth, and some of the low tack tapes, for example, I have this is like a Post-it note tape. It doesn't stick to this very well, so I would suggest maybe even Scotch tape would work. So I'm going to run these through my die cut machine and die cut out two sets of butterflies, and then I have two pieces of white cardstock. I'm going to create 3 circles, and I'm using again the Folk Edge circles. I'm going to use the inner 3 and take the largest. I'm going to die cut out a background with that, and then I'll take the Folk Edge basically, and then the inside piece I'm going to create a ring with this. We're going to layer these together, and I'll cut these out 3 times. So we have 3 circles and then 3 rings. Okay, I'm going to run this through my die cut machine, and I will be right back. I have everything die cut out, and I kept the inside to my ring here. I kept the inside piece because that's where we're going to be doing some ink blending. So for my background, let me show you the colors for the challenge. I'm going to show you the colors of ink from Pinkfresh Studio. Basically, this is the color palette. You have a dark green. This is Lush. I have everything die cut out, and I'm going to use these for my background, and then I think these 3 butterflies will work perfect for the color theme for the challenge. I am going to do some layering, so I want 2 of each butterfly, And I want the blue one here. And then the rest, these are so pretty. And I love that when you add them, you have basically your own ephemera from that washi. It's just beautiful. I'm going to put these to the side. And then I'm going to share with you the colors. Basically, we have green, a blue, a pink, and I would say a light orange, orangey yellow. This is the color palette for the Pinkfresh Studio challenge. In fact, I'll insert it here, and this will give you a little bit of a guideline. I'm going to go over the colors that are close to the color circles that are on the bottom of that challenge I just showed you. We have Lush Forest. I'm not going to use this today. I'm going to use these green leaves in place of it. And then we have Sweet Mustard. We have Mimosa, Sparkling Rose, and Sky Blue. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side, and I'm going to bring in my grit mat, and we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. Okay, we're going to ink blend all the inside circles. We have 3 of them, and I want to do 2 tones. So my first color, I'm going to use Sky Blue, and I'm just going to add a little bit of ink to the edge here. I'm sorry about the shaky camera. I went ahead and add Sky Blue, kind of fading. And then I'm going to bring in Sweet Mustard, and I'm going to shade a little bit on this side. Just so it's slightly overlapping. Okay, and then that is one of them. On my next one, we're going to add another circle. Since we have Sweet Mustard out here, I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to add it to the left. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in Mimosa. Kind of overlapping them both. I think this is the one where we're going to stamp our greeting. So I want to do we're going to add lots of pink here. I'm going to use my detail black ink and stamp my greeting right in the center. And our sentiment is good to go. So now we have circles and rings. What I'm going to do is take my circle. I'm actually going to use my tweezers here. And using my glue, I'm just going to add some glue around the back side. And then I like how I'm going to place this on my larger circle. I just want to make sure that it's centered. We're going to tack this down, and then I'm going to add some glue behind my ink blended circle, and we're going to add this right on the inside. I'm going to do the same thing with the last 2. We'll just add our ring here. Now I'm going to take all 3 circles, and I'm kind of going to arrange them. I'm going to take my card base. Today we're making a card with a standard A2 size card base. And I want to arrange them on here, kind of overlapping them. Since we have a lot of yellow, I'm just making sure that my colors shine through, and I think that's a great placement. Okay, I'm going to bring back my glue, and I'm going to glue these together. We'll just tack this down, Add a little glue behind here, and we will glue these together. So now all of my rings are connected. Okay, we're going to take our leaves, and I want them at an angle. For some reason I've been loving this look. So I'm going to trail them at a diagonal across my card base. Okay, now as I'm looking at this, I think I'm going to cut out a few more leaves because I think I want some more of that green to stand out. And I think I'm going to fill in the entire background with these leaves. So I'm going to take my washi and I'm going to die cut out some more of the leaves. Just the larger one. Okay. So I cut out 2 more. So I really have lots of butterflies here. And I'm going to fill in this area. Kind of doing a little tucking on this side. And let's see. Maybe we'll do a little overlapping. And on this side. And I'm thinking that looks a lot nicer. So once we have all of our corners, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did with our first batch. Just trim away what's overhanging. The nice thing is you can use those leftover pieces and fill in. Like this is a pretty good size leaf here. I can actually fill in any of the open areas with these leaves here. So we have a nice leafy background. Now I have a background filled with those dark leaves, and with the washi on cardstock, it really does give it a little bit of dimension, which is really nice. I just like that on my background a little bit better. Makes those bright colors kind of pop against the darker background. I'm going to flip over my circles. We're going to put foam tape behind here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper, and we're going to tack this down, making sure my greeting is positioned the right way. We'll just center this. Okay, now with the butterflies, I chose 2 because we're going to layer them together. I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind the body of the butterflies, and then I'm going to fluff the wings up, and I'm just going to layer 2 together. Layer them right in the middle, and then I'm going to add my tweezers. Since this is washi, this just may take a little bit of time to grab, but I'm going to layer 2 together, and I'm going to do that with the rest of these. Now we get to add our butterflies. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue, and we will tack down. We're going to tack down this bottom layer here, and I think I want these going at an angle this way. So we'll just tack these down, fluffing up those wings. And I do want to say it does take a little bit of time to dry. To dry, you might want to use maybe a foam square or glue dot to secure the layers. And then for finishing touches, I'm going to also bring in my Pinkfresh Studio Ombre Glitter Drops. This is Enchanted Forest. It has the real pretty blue in here, and it mixed with green. They're really pretty. I want to let me see if the camera will zoom in. But you see how they're ombre. Some are with the blue and the green. Really pretty. I'm going to add a few in my background. I want to bring in a little bit more blue here. Okay, I think that's just what it needed. And that finishes off my card today for the Pinkfresh Studio Challenge. I hope you guys get a chance. This is a great way to see your artwork too. If you want to head on over and create something for the challenge, it'd be pretty amazing. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.